All right, so this is an experiment. We'll see how this works. I have a couple of Line6 amps. They're modeling amps. And I have this is the FBV3, which is a remote pedal switch for those Line6 amps. And so I'll have different effects on the amp programmed, and I can switch between the different programs, right? So a lot of you folks have seen these. And I can turn off the distortion, turn on the echo, turn it off. So that's cool. It also has, so I can have these 4 programs, and within those programs, I can hit these switches to turn on. I think this is compression, this is distortion, this is, I think, like chorus or some other modulating effect. This is an echo or kind of reverb, and then I forgot what this last one. Oh, yeah, this is reverb. This is echo. Okay. So another feature that it has is this little foot pedal that if you go down this way, you can set in the app or in the amp a minimum volume or a volume for the minimum pedal, which sometimes I'll make it like 50%. So I'll set my levels at 50% and then play, right? And then if I want to punch up and be louder, I'll push this down and I'll be at 100%. So if you notice, it doesn't do anything because it's broken. And so this is going to be a little bit of an experiment because I'm going to be taking it apart so I can try to fix it. So what I did learn is that inside this device, this little guy right here, this little, where do you see it? Right in there, you can see that little peg that goes up and down. It has on the end of it, it's attached to a little diffuser. And on the circuit board, there's a little LED that transmits light, and a little LED, or not an LED, but it's a receiver that detects light. And the thing that's at the end of this that moves is kind of a diffuser. So as the light, when the pedal is all the way down, which means when the pedal's all the way forward, it means that little diffuser is the furthest away from the LED, so it's not reflecting any light. And when it is down, it is at its closest, which means it's reflecting all the light. So what it's telling the circuit board is when it's down, it's saying, hey, I'm detecting 100% of the light that I'm supposed to. Let's make it set to be at level 0 for the volume, or level minimum for the volume. So I'm gonna take this guy apart and see if I can replace the LEDs. I ordered these little LEDs. We'll see if these work. They're super tiny. So let me grab, I need something to put, so I'll scratch up my desk. I'll put this is all these guys are good for, McAfee. So I'll put this down here, and I'll put this down this way. And now, let me see here. Okay, so where is so this is the Fantic NEX E1 Max. I'm gonna be honest, this thing sucks. They sent this to me for free, and the only reason I keep it around is for moments like this where I need a quick little screwdriver. But normally, I don't know where I put it, I use like just a tiny little screwdriver. So in this case, I'm gonna end up using this one just because I've got nothing else around me. But the thing that I hate about these is you can't set them down on any surface, well, that's a bad example, because they roll, they're perfectly round. And I think that's a stupid design for a screwdriver that you're saying that people are gonna be, using as like tech people. It's just never gonna happen. That bit's too small. Let's try this bit here. Is this one better? Nope. So I rarely use this thing, and I would only endorse it if you're not going anywhere ever. And one of the things that really pissed me off was I was at DEF CON, and my bag was overweight, and so I had to basically move stuff to another bag, and this thing fell out. And this it seems so cool, like this little spring-loaded thing, but honestly, anything will bump it and the whole thing will come out. And I'm telling you, every single one of those stupid bits, because they're only held in by a magnet, which seems great to a product design person, but they're only being held in by a magnet. And it ends up, they went everywhere on the floor in the airport. I was so pissed because it took me forever to gather them back up. The other thing that I don't like about this either is you can tell the battery's dying on this stupid thing and I just charged it. So, sorry, Fantic. It's not like your products stay on the market very long, because every time you put out a new product, within like 6 months, it's gone. Like, they sent me the dash cam, which I think is really cool and I liked it. And now it's a manual screwdriver. See, this at least fails open. And I liked it. I want to pick up another one, but I can't because they're all discontinued. So I can't even get that thing anymore. Let's see, is it this screw? Damn, one more screw. Oh, one over here. What you guys tell me? And I actually think that this one does not need to come out. This one right here does not actually hold anything in. And I made that mistake the first time. It holds this thing in. So whatever the hell that is. All right. Cool. Top comes off. And now you can see here is the little diffuser. So this guy, as it moves closer and further away from the little LED, that's what it does. So now let's see if I can, I don't know if these things are big enough. Let me see. This thing is about, it looks like it's about the right size. So you can see on here, one of these, the D1 is the LED and the Q1 is the sensor. So let's see if I can remove that guy. These are definitely not the same LEDs, but let's see if I can remove that thing. They also sent me, I think they sent me the soldering iron. Again, the thing that sucks about the soldering iron is it's perfectly round. So if you set it down on the surface, it's gonna roll away, which I think is just kind of a dumb design. All right, let's see here. Where the hell did that LED go? Just, oh, there it is. All right, so I don't know if I want to remove this. It's kind of, I think we're gonna try to do it live. Where's my official Fantic tweezers? Let me mark it so that I know which side I'm messing with. Get a little marker. This will do. I'll mark that guy. All right. I need to take off my glasses. Okay. Got this little guy off. Giggity. I don't know which one's negative and which one's positive, but I guess we'll figure it out. Dang it. Oh, that sucks. Let's try it again. Oops, now it's gone. Damn it. Don't try this at home, folks. That thing is so tiny. So she said. Okay, I found it. All right, let's try this again. Maybe my shitty multimeter has a setting for testing an anode and a cathode. Let's try this again. All right, let's see if this works. Nope. Wait, that's working. But not as good as I wanted to. Let's check the app and see if, hold on. Now I wish I wasn't recording on all my stupid phones. Let's see, Spider app. Can I connect it? Let's see here. How can I connect this stupid thing? Well, let me see. I think another one of mine has a different volume setting. Let's see. Let's go to... I think this LED might not be bright enough, because if I take a flashlight, see how it cuts off completely? So I think I just don't have maybe the right brightness of light. Let's see. Let's see if I'm all the way down here. Go to the setting. Nope. This one maybe. This one. Okay, let me go back over here. That's not working anymore. Oh, let me go to the correct. What the hell did I just do? Hang on, let me go back over here, because I don't know if these are programmed. Okay. No, not working anymore. I thought it was working for a second. Alright, let's go back. Let's turn this off. Because the voltage coming out of this is way higher, and I don't know what it's supposed to be. Let's see. 2.5. Oh, there, it's lighting up. You know what? Maybe I just don't have enough solder in here. Because it is very dim. Let's plug this back in. It's 5 volts. But it's not lighting up. I installed the LED backwards. So I'm an idiot and I don't know how to read this because I'm not FERT. So I thought it was, there's no excuse for this. All right, let's put the glasses back on. Let's plug the guitar back in. Volume gone. All right, so you guys can see this hopefully. The really cool thing, okay, so this is like the final part of this. I think I'm so excited. This is great. So I bought this used, and now I don't have to go and exchange it. It fully kills the volume. So, all right, here's something interesting about this particular device. And it's funny, I used to work and live out near where Line6 is headquartered, out in Los Angeles, up in like Westlake Village, like Thousand Oaks, Calabasas area. And the guys used to come we used to go to this restaurant in Calabasas all the time. And the guys from Line6 would go there all the time. And they were super, super nice guys. And here's the thing, if I can say one thing about the design of this pedal. So these LEDs that they use are kind of shitty. They will fail. It's an LED. What are you going to do? I think the design of this little diffuser that brings the light in and out is really cool. But I think more importantly, and tie this all back into IT and systems that you design, they designed this pedal switchboard to fail open. And that's something that when you're building a system or designing a system, the important thing to do is make conscious decisions about what's going to fail open and what's going to fail closed. I talk about this in security videos where you talk about, do you want your firewall that's protecting the family jewels to fail open or fail closed? You want it to fail closed. Do you want your Zscaler that is helping your employees get out, to the world to be able to support your customers? Do you want that to fail open or fail closed? You want that to fail open. In this case, what Line6 did was they designed this pedal to, in the event that, so when this light is off, meaning it's dead, meaning it failed, the volume is 100%. So it's as if you push this pedal all the way down to maximum volume. And my opinion is was a conscious, deliberate design. They designed it to fail open so that when that LED dies, if that LED dies, it just means that I can't turn the volume down. But what it doesn't mean is that you'll have no volume. If they made it fail closed, meaning if that LED if they made it so that the presence of no light means no volume, then when that LED fails, as a component will fail over several years of usage, then that means that this thing is completely useless. And I think my opinion is it's a conscious decision by Line6 to make that LED or this component fail open, because the shitty LED that's used, again, it's tiny, it's a design choice. When that LED fails, it doesn't render the whole thing useless. All it did for me is it meant that when that LED failed, is that I just couldn't regulate my volume anymore. I'd have to go to the amp to turn it up or down. But if it had failed closed, then I would have to unplug this and just not use it because it failed closed. It was a poorly designed system. So kudos to Line6 for designing this thing the way they did. I think they do the same thing, and I have another one of their boards. Boy, don't eat it. I have this one, which is the MK, the FBV Express Mark II. The way I knew it wasn't the amp is that this one works as well, and this one's not broken. So they also, I think the Helix works the same way. Several other things work the same way, and like I said, I love it. It was a cool design choice to make this this slider work off of an LED. If you ever look at how mics are made, like condenser mics and other types of mics, they use different things to receive the signal, right? Some of them use like there's ribbon mics, there's there's mics that use magnets, and as the diaphragm moves back and forth across the electromagnet, that's how it captures the sound. There's mics that use capacitors, and so there's sensitive to different things. This is really cool and really sensitive to the way somebody's foot is going to go up and down. I can see why they didn't use like just a coil like you would, like a potentiometer, like on your guitar. Like they wouldn't just use a coil that unravels and ravels, because I think that'll wear out after time and it just won't feel as smooth. So anyway, I have my pedal kajigger back. So now I can close it back up and we will be in business. Sweet, I'm excited because we have a gig in a couple of weeks and I want to be able to use my pedal board. How do I close this back up? Can I close it back up? Yes, we can. Oh, it goes this way. Boom, there we go. So now we will put the little feet back on. I should have been charging this stupid screwdriver, but I didn't because I'm a dummy. I'm missing one little foot. Where the hell did that one? Here it is. I do also like the design of how they did the feet. The feet are not just like dumb, like every other device that puts these stupid feet that will eventually, that are adhered on like with some adhesive and then they just come off. I think that's the dumbest design. Like every firewall I have has that. Every, like just everything I have has the feet adhered on, which is dumb. And this one, the screws go through the feet. Okay, I just used the wrong screws on this. Oh, there we go. Boom. Alrighty. That's it. So now, let's plug it in. And I'll just sit it down here on the floor. Oof. All right, well, that's it. Thank you to whoever is watching this for coming along this ride, because this was a shit show. But also, I really made this video for anybody out there that has the same problem with this device. I don't know. I saw on somewhere on the Line6 boards, discussion boards, I found somebody talking about this LED. So I didn't just come up with it on my own. I don't remember who it was, but thank you to whoever that was. I'll see if I can find and link it. But just finding that information and that people were able to fix it, I think is great, because inevitably when Line 6 accidentally or, you know, doesn't upgrade and they replace their boards, and that discussion is gone, I want something to live on so that people can figure out how to replace them. I intend to have, you know, this pedal board, this one I've had since like 2012. So I intend to have them for a long time. I appreciate that they made some of these components so that you can repair them and they didn't lock them down with some DRM BS. So thank you to the folks at Line6, and thank you to the folks at, I guess, Fantic for making this soldering iron that, honestly, like I said, I don't want a soldering iron that rolls, but okay. Anyway, I hope this was helpful, and yeah, thank you, everybody.